Hello everyone, welcome to SailPointX. In this video, we are going to set up IdentityIQ from scratch on Windows Server 2022. This is the part 1 of second series. So in this video, we'll be covering introduction, we'll be checking the prerequisites and the version compatibility. We'll be also installing Java, Tomcat, and MySQL Server in Windows 2022 server. Also, finally, we'll be downloading IdentityIQ WAR file from SailPoint Community Compass and wrap this part 1, and we'll move to the part 2 goals. So for the part 2, we'll be completing IdentityIQ installation, which will include jar extraction, database setup, IQ properties, files reviews, database query execution, IQ console import, and logging into the SailPoint UI from browser. So what is SailPoint IdentityIQ? Right, SailPoint is the IAM tool that is used for user provisioning and deprovisioning, access certification and governance, role-based access control, compliance, and auditing for enterprises. So what are the system requirements that we need for installing SailPoint IdentityIQ in the local environment, right? So first of all, we need a server, a Windows server or Linux server. It depends on your configuration. So for the database, we'll have MySQL, MS SQL, or Oracle DB. Also, we'll be needing Java and Tomcat for the installation. So for the Java configuration, we'll be downloading Java JDK 11 for this purpose and install and set all the environment variables that we required for this installation. For the Tomcat, we'll be utilizing Tomcat 9 version. And finally, we'll be installing MySQL Server and Workbench for this video. All right, let's deep dive into the software platform that are recommended by SailPoint. SailPoint provides the IdentityIQ supported platform metrics, which we can be download this file to check the version compatibility for the specific version of the SailPoint. For example, in this tutorial, I'll be installing IdentityIQ 8.3 GA version in the Windows 22 server using Java 11 and MySQL Server. So let's check the database. We can utilize MySQL 8.4, 8.0, and 5.7. So for the operating system, we can utilize Windows Server 22 and 2019. Also for the Tomcat server, I'll be utilizing Apache Tomcat 9.0 version. And for the Java platform, Java 11 is there. So we'll be utilizing this platform whenever we are trying to install or upgrade. This is the very helpful documentation that SailPoint provide. All right, let's start with Java. So here I have the Windows Server 22 already installed and configured so that we can start working on installing Java, SQL Server, and Tomcat for our local IdentityIQ installation. So for the Java installation, we can utilize Oracle Java, Java 11. So let's see. So this is our Windows version. So we'll select the Windows and we'll select the x64 installer version and download it. Let's proceed with the installation. Just click on next. Next. It's going to install the Java 11. Installation is successful. Close it. Go to the environment variable and update the Java path with the JDK folder path. Also update the path with the JDK bin variable path. Once that is completed, open the command prompt and just type Java version to check the version of the Java. All right, let's start with the installation of the Tomcat. So here we can navigate to this URL to install the Apache Tomcat 9. And here are the different binary distributions that are provided by the Tomcat. So for our installation, we'll be utilizing 32-bit or 64-bit Windows Server installer, since it's a Windows Server 2022. Just click on it and it will download the Apache Tomcat. So let's install it. Apache Tomcat, just double click on it or open it, whatever you want to. Click on next, agree the terms and condition. Next, next. So I'll just put everything in default. The port is using is 8080, Tomcat 9, next. So here it automatically pick up the current Java version, which is JDK 11 we just installed before. So click next. It's asking for the destination folder for the Tomcat 9. So I don't want to put it there, so I'll be putting in a different location. For that, I'll just navigate to the C drive, create a new folder, call it SailPointX. All right, and just click OK, install. So it will install the Apache Tomcat. Okay, I don't want to run it right now. Just click finish. So navigate to the C drive, SailPointX, bin folder. Here is all the jar file that are required and all the configuration are required here. So let's update the Java memory for the Tomcat. So here in the Java section, right, Java tab, we can update the initial memory pool and maximum memory pool based on the server configuration, what the server has. So for my Windows Server 2022, I'll be putting 24 1 gig and 2 gig for the maximum memory. Apply. So let's start it. Okay, SailPoint is up and running. Also, you can validate from the services app. Reload it. SailPoint is running. And also check the properties here. What are the login properties? Recovery dependencies here. All right. Then to verify the Tomcat is installed successfully or not, you can just go to localhost with the port 8080 that was defined in the time of installation, right? So localhost 8080, click enter. Okay, if you are seeing this page means the Tomcat is successfully installed and is up and running. So I just want to show like if you want to use different port than 8080, then we can define that as well. But we need to configure one file. It's called, just need to navigate to the config folder, server.xml file, edit it. Let me open it with Notepad++. All right, here is all the configuration for the Tomcat itself. So if you can see here, it's currently a port is assigned to 8080. So I want to update to the just 80. Save it, and I'm going to restart the Tomcat. Okay, so instead of localhost 8080, we'll just put 80, or you can just leave it blank because 80 is the default port. We don't require to put 80 in the localhost colon 80. If you just put in there, you can see Tomcat is already installed and running with the just port 8080. All right. At this point, we have installed JDK 11 and Tomcat 9 version. So let's proceed with installing SQL Server in our Windows Server 2022. So here's the link, mysql.com. From here, we can download the MySQL installer file. Just click on download and it should start downloading the file. So file is downloaded. So just open it. So here it's asking for what type of setup I want, right? So server only, client only, full, or custom. So for this tutorial, I'll be just installing server. Click next. There, next. Yes, ready to download, execute. So right now it's downloading the MySQL Server 8.0.41 version. Click next, ready to install, execute, and it's installing. Okay, it's started and completed. So click next, ready to configure, next. I'll just put everything default, next. Strong password, next. Protect on password. Check. Okay, password is validated. Click next. So I just want to click this one, start the MySQL Server at the system startup. So whenever we restart the server, MySQL will be up and running. Click next, execute. All right, it is installed successfully. Let's finish it. Next, finish. So we have successfully installed the MySQL Server in Windows Server 2022. Let's start installing MySQL Workbench. So let's go to the debmysql.com downloads Workbench and just click on download. Download the installer file for us. Okay, download. No, just start my download. Download it successful. Let's install it. Click on next. I'll just put default. Next. Complete version. Install it. All right, installing MySQL Workbench 8.0. Installation is completed. Click on finish. Workbench for the MySQL is installed completely and successful. So here we have the localhost root. Double click on it. Here we have the system schema available. So after installing SailPoint IQ, we will navigate here back. So at last, we are going to download the IdentityIQ WAR file from the SailPoint Community Compass. For that, navigate to the community.sailpoint.com. Go to the product and services, IdentityIQ server software. Here we have different options. Just click on the product downloads. Here we have different versions that are available. So for my installation, I'll be installing 8.3. So I'll just click on IdentityIQ 8.3. Here we have all the introduction, what are the features that are available in IdentityIQ 8.3. All the release notes are available here. If we are upgrading from certain version, then here is the upgrade guide and what are the path, what are the supported metrics. All those things are covered inside this documentation. So here is the IdentityIQ 8.3 zip file. I just need to download it. So I'll just click on that and submit. So it will download the zip file for the 8.3 installation. All right, we have downloaded IdentityIQ 8.3. Let's extract it here. Let's see what's in the file. Okay, it's gonna take some time. Zip extraction is completed. Here we have the IdentityIQ 8.3 folder extracted. Here we have the database script. We have the documentation of all the system, all the different modules that SailPoint provides here. And we have the IdentityIQ WAR file. So in the part two video, we'll be continuing installing SailPoint IQ. Thank you. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe.